All right. What's up, everybody? Waterz, we're here. Solar Streets, we're here with the brother, the one and only Mr. Keri Singleton. Welcome to the show, Keri. Welcome back.
It is an honor. It is an honor to be on Solar Streets, just shy of your birthday, G. Absolutely.
Yes, right after yours. Aries is
Yes,
in the building.
yes, of
Happy,
course.
happy, happy, well, not belated because I wish your birthday, but happy
Yeah.
birthday once again here
Thank you.
live on Solar Streets. How did you turn up?
With a cold, so thank God for Buckley's cough syrup straight out of Canada. It
Yes.
made it possible for me to survive through the week.
Hey,
Yeah,
and you've made it through so much. You made it through COVID. Now you made it through a
a
cold.
head cold. Yeah, if you can make it through COVID, a
You can
head
make it
cold,
through anything.
nothing. So yeah, but yeah, shout out to you. I know you got your birthday coming up. You got big things planned,
Yes.
and I'm excited for you as always, brother. And
Thank you so
and
much.
happy 10th anniversary
Thank
to
you. Thank
Soul,
you.
brother. Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. 10, brother. 10,
10 years,
10.
10 years, 10 years. I've been
Sir.
doing this show.
Yes, sir.
Um, and it's been a definitely a ride, and I've been enjoying it. Speaking to great people like yourself, and
Thank you.
meeting great people like yourself, and just connecting with people. You know how it is. You know what I'm saying?
I know
So,
how it is.
with
Yeah.
this platform, we get a chance to spread love and spread knowledge of what it is that we're working on, and that's what we do. That's what we do. So, Solar Street, 10 years, yes. And
10.
you're launching a new endeavor,
Mm-hmm.
Soul Sessions.
Relaunch.
So
Relaunch.
relaunch it. Okay. Sessions
Yep.
Cafe TV. What brought you to do it like this go
So
round?
like you, I celebrated 10 years of my radio show last year.
Okay.
Actually, this past April 1st would have been 11 years, but I couldn't do it anymore. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it.
Oh
I
man.
couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. We did 10 years and 8 months of the Kerry's Corner radio show. We started on April 1st of 2013. The show
Congrats.
ran. Thank you very much, brother, and thank you for your support of the radio show.
You
Um,
ready?
yeah, but we ran until from April 1st, 2013 was our start date, and our end date was December 31st of 2023. So we ran a whole 8 months longer than I even wanted to do the show. So 10 years and 8 months, and it was a great run. We actually our last show, which ran during the week of Kwanzaa in December of 2023, we did a show where I interviewed Patrice Rushen, and
Nice.
Patrice is like my favorite musician of all time. So it was really great to have her on the show, and we went out with a bang, man. It was a
Congrats.
great, great run. We did great numbers. We got to, bring great people on the platform, and it was an awesome experience. However, I felt after 10 years and 8 months that it was time for me to just reinvent myself, do something different.
Okay.
And Cafe TV show isn't exactly new because I actually launched it during the COVID era in 2020. But of course, everything was shut down and we couldn't use the studios. So we filmed on location episodes for the Sessions Cafe TV show, which is a talk show,
Okay.
right? And we interview um, ordinary people with extraordinary stories. And so we actually filmed several episodes. Myself, Paul Dorser was the producer of the show. He was also on the Kerry's Corner radio show.
Okay.
And Kevon Merrill was the co-producer of the television show, who was also the co-producer of the radio show. So we taped in Philadelphia, we taped in New York, we taped in Boston, but only 3 episodes made it to the light of day, and that was because, quite frankly, the liaison that we had, who was connected with the television network, was a bit of a control freak,
Okay.
and his job, G, was supposed to be to take the content that we gave him and simply air it. But the brother just, he couldn't control himself. He wanted to tweak everything and change everything. And of course, that caused creative differences between my producers, who really did all the groundwork. Only to have the liaison want to switch up everything. I was like, you know what? Let's just concentrate on the radio show. At that point, it was 2020. The show was 8 years old then, and I was like, you know what? At some point in the near future, we'll revisit the TV show. So after we ended the after we ended the Kerry's Corner radio show last year, the very first thing I said to myself was, well, I can't retire because I didn't come to New York City in 1996 to just chill. You know, um, I got right up at Manhattan Neighborhood Network TV in Manhattan, here in New York City, picked up the Sessions Cafe TV show. So we're actually in the process of editing and taping episodes for season 2. And I'm looking forward to a lot of great things with the TV show. I have a brand new team, brand new faces, brand new names behind the scenes, working with different designers, different stylists. Kalia Clark, of course, is a celebrity stylist, and she's helping me look right and
Okay,
mature
okay.
TV show. So it's a great experience, and I'm happy to be doing television in New York City is a dope thing.
So, what do you feel like is the difference for you in doing radio and now transitioning to TV?
To be honest, um, I can't do stuff like this and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like we're in a digital age, we're in a visual age, right? And the Kerry's Corner Radio Show, of course, we filmed it. We had our YouTube channel, we had our Instagram platforms, but it wasn't so it wasn't mandatory, I guess, that I focus on what I was doing in terms of viewership.
Okay.
Because radio is basically all about what you hear, more or less. But with TV, it's about looking into the camera. It's about smiling all the time. It's about constantly being aware of your visuals, right? Your clothes, everything has to be correct. Other than that, though, to be honest, G, I don't see too much because it's all about. I'm still hosting. It's still my job to interview people. The interview subjects are different. The platform is different, but it's still the same job. It's still about you know, bringing people onto a platform, making them feel comfortable, getting a great interview, sharing information with them, and getting a great story for my audience. I will say this though, the Kerry's Corner Radio Show, as you know, was very lighthearted.
Hmm, hmm.
Very very lighthearted. We had fun. We didn't do a lot of gossiping, if any. We didn't bring guests on the show and dig into their personal lives or anything like that. It was all about being lighthearted, promoting whatever the guest was doing. Very similar to your platform. The TV show is a little bit different. It's designed and based more along the lines of being an old school daytime talk show format. So more along the lines of like Donahue, maybe Geraldo Rivera, maybe even Ricky Lake, but not a whole lot of fluff. More kind of getting people on the show to talk about their journeys more so
Hmm.
than their achievements. So it's
Right,
the
right.
a little different, but it's still a lot of fun. It's a lot of work though. You go in, you tape one day, you might be taping 8 different episodes. Whereas with
Okay,
the radio show, we were on every Monday, once a week, 2 hours. We got in, we did our show, we left. With the TV show, I go in and I'm taping like 8 different episodes, changing my clothes 8 different times. Makeup has to be it's a little bit more intense, but it's fun. I'm getting the hang of it. My first
good.
tape day, I was a hot mess, but that's me all day. When my first day of the Kerry's Corner radio show, brother, I was a piece of work. I wanted everything right. Any little sound bothered me, but just like everything else, you get used to it. So I'm acquiescing pretty well. Thank you.
So, will you be interviewing the same type of people, and just interviewing them in a different way, getting a different part of their story, or will you be just changing up the whole type of guest that you had on Kerry's Corner?
It's an excellent question. You asked the best questions, bro.
I would
Seriously,
think.
you do. No, so I actually declared when I first started the second season of Sessions Cafe that I would not interview not one single person that was on the Kerry's Corner radio show because what I did not want was for people to think that it was Kerry's Corner TV. which I actually
Mhm.
did that early on with the radio show. We tried to bring the radio show vibe to TV, and I didn't really. We did a couple of episodes. I didn't really like the Kerry's Corner TV show. Wasn't really my thing.
Okay.
No, this is a different show. I'm trying even to look different. I'm trying to like shake off the hoodies. That's why we got designers coming on board and making me look different. I definitely wasn't. He didn't have a makeup artist,
Right,
you
right,
know,
right.
on the radio. But no, with the guests, I did pivot. Initially, it was like, no, if you were on the Kerry's Corner radio show, you will never be a guest on Sessions Cafe. But no, the difference is if you were a guest on the radio show, it's just a different avenue that we're going to take in terms of interviewing you. So let's say, hypothetically speaking, we'll take Melissa Morgan, very good
Hmm.
friend of mine, who's a very celebrated recording artist. She was on the
Definitely.
Kerry's radio show several times. And obviously, we were talking about her musical legacy, her accolades, and whatever project she was completing at the time, whether it be a new video, a new movie project, a new album. If Melissa, or when Melissa, because she's going to be on the show later this summer, we have Melissa Morgan, and I'm using her as an example, comes on the TV show, the focus would just be more on her journey. You know what I mean? We want to get into the meat and the potatoes of what your life is like, because Sessions Cafe is about celebrating the lives and the journeys of my guests, not just their accolades. You know what I'm saying? So it's a little different. I definitely can't wait for you to come on the TV show.
Definitely. You already know we definitely got to make that happen.
Yeah,
So, but
because
but right now we want to get into the meat and potatoes of Kerry Singleton. You know what I'm saying? Because you've been you've been celebrating or celebrated yourself, one of the great personalities that's grace our community. You know what I'm saying? You've given open doors for a lot of artists to share their stories. You broken a lot of new music, and it's keeping the airways alive. You know what I mean, with music that wouldn't necessarily get no play. So your show is definitely missed, and salute to you and all the music and the years of sharing that music with audience that that would never have heard this music if you wouldn't have chose to play it. So I'm sure there are a lot of artists that miss what it is that Kerry's Corner brought to the table. So, but now you're about to spin in a different direction and keep it interesting, and gotta evolve.
Yeah, reinvent yourself.
Yes, yes,
You gotta
yes. So
reinvent yourself.
with that being said, like now that chapter of radio is over and you're re-entering TV, um do you have any fears in going in this direction again? Are there things that you hope that you may have gotten over, like any fears or any challenges that you faced the first time? Are those were you able to work those things out the second go around? Is it easier?
The TV show it's just different. It's like, I guess, I maybe the best example I could use is, if you know how to drive a car on Broadway, you
Hmm.
can drive your car on Rodeo Drive, right, in LA. It's just two different platforms, but I don't really feel like it's too much different.
Okay.
Um, as far as fears, yeah, when I first started the Kerry's Corner radio show, I was I was a mess, man. Like I was, we both first started at the same radio network, the same internet radio network, and I was just like, I didn't. I had co-hosted the show before, which is how I got my own show in the first place. So co-hosting a one-person show and doing my own show was obviously different.
Hmm.
My first day, though, I still remember April 1st, 2013. Any little thing that went wrong, I was like, ah, like I was a mess, bro. But after 10 years of doing anything, you better be doing it right. And so hosting is really just hosting. The only thing, like I said, is I'm transitioning, making the transition from being in somebody's ear, um, more so into their eyes, right? So, do I have any fears? No. I have a great team. I knew enough from the radio show because I had an awesome team on the radio show.
You did, you
Um,
did, you did.
yeah, I had an awesome team for the radio show. So I knew to make sure that I had a great team behind me, um, for Sessions Cafe season 2. But everybody, I will say this too: everybody at MNN TV at the network, like they are like the best. So quite frankly, even if I didn't have my own dope team, you know, they're really, really supportive of everything. The staff over there was great. They make you feel comfortable. And then there's a community at Manhattan Neighborhood Network Television of other producers, and they're all cheering for you and they're all getting involved, even though they have their own projects, right? Their own television shows
Mm-hmm.
that they're working on. They want to see the new kid on the block shine. And
Dope.
so it's cool. We had our first taping in February. We had 4 guests. We were booked 6 guests, but we ran out of time, so we was only able to do 4 of the 6 shows. I had
Okay.
a guy, my buddy Enoch Daly from Pop Up Pizza, or is it Pizza Pop Up? He's gonna kill me if I keep messing this up. I think it's Pop Up Pizza. Maybe I don't know. It's Pizza Pop Up.
Pizza
Yes,
was involved, and it
pizza
popped
was
up.
it was gourmet pizza. So you had pizza with fried chicken on it,
Oh,
surf and turf pizza. Like it
where
wasn't
they
just
located?
it's an online service, so you got to go to his Instagram,
Okay.
Pizza Pop Up. Go to Pizza Pop Up on
Pizza with
Instagram.
fried chicken? Oh my God! You know that's
Yeah,
a
we had mac and cheese pizza. There
oh.
was no regular pizza. It was marinara. Every pizza is like a meal. Recently, for my birthday, he made me a uh, I'm sorry, a shrimp scampi pizza.
Mm.
Philly cheesesteak pizza. I don't eat beef, but that's something that he also made last week. So yeah, he came in. All the guests were given free pizza. We're gonna do that again. I don't know if we're gonna do that every time we do the show. When we tape the
You're
show,
gonna have a lot of guests if you do it
yeah,
like that. You're never gonna
you
have a
gotta
problem.
feed them because it's a long process. G, it's a lot of taping. You got people waiting around to be taped and filmed. So I want to make them feel comfortable. So yeah, we have wardrobe. Kalia Clark, the best stylist I could ever ask for, and a good friend. She works with Method Man. She works with the guys from Yonkers. God,
Oh,
um,
DMX,
no, the Locks.
the
Um,
locks. Okay,
yeah, she
I
works
was
with
gonna say
Locks.
them next.
Yeah, she's worked with a plethora of celebrity recording artists. Cardi B, a lot of
Okay.
different artists she's worked with, and so she's the stylist for the show. So she makes sure that I'm right. I just have a great team. Shout out to the person who puts on my glasses, Funkin' Crystal. I got a great barber who takes care of me, and Mike Connor comes all the way from Philadelphia to put makeup on my face. I don't know how I feel about that, but it looks great. So it's a team effort. You got our photographers, our videographers. Shout out to Junior, who's our videographer, and shout out to my boy AJ, who's our photographer with Vision X Photography. I guess I'm saying that we have a team, so it makes it easier if I want to get flustered, and I was. Our first day taping reminded me of my first day taping at the Kerry's Corner radio show. I'm trying to stop this
Then would you get notifications?
pop-ups. Yeah, I'm trying to stop them, but I don't know how to do that.
So are you?
Oh,
So it sounds like you're having fun on this re-entering this new journey.
yeah, yeah. I feel as if you're not enjoying it, you shouldn't be doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and quite frankly, with the Kerry's Corner radio show, I there were several reasons why I felt like it should wrap up. Um, I was just tired of it for one thing. I mean, to be honest, I kind of was. I was doing the same thing for 10 years and 8 months. You get tired of it. But the other thing was, I wanted to stop doing the show before somebody tapped me on the shoulder and said, "Damn, bro, like, don't you think you should stop doing this? You know what I mean? Doing the show." So I decided to. 10 years was a great run. We had accomplished
What motivated you to continue to do? Motivated you to do the show for 10 years? What kept you motivated to not stop?
a lot of times. It was the guests.
Because that's what
Year
I be asking myself. I said, some weeks I'm like, you know what, this playlist I can't wait until get to the next week
right.
so I can continue where I left off this week. And then it's like when there's not that much music, it's like You know what? I'm ready to pack it up. Like I said, somebody needs to drop something new.
Right. It's I just needed to do something different.
Hmm.
I felt like television might be the next logical trajectory. I
Hmm.
gotta send a big shout out to my cousin DJ Just in Time. He was the mixed show DJ for the Kerry's Corner radio show for 9 of the 10 years.
Mm.
He was once in radio before I was. He's the one that talked me into doing radio. One of the people.
Hmm.
Um, and during the course of the radio show, he was like, "You should do TV next," and I was like, "Absolutely not." And then here I am. So he's been able to see things that I haven't been able to see from day one.
Did you
Sorry,
see yourself doing it, doing this, doing the radio show or the TV show? Did you ever envision yourself doing it for 10 years?
no, I no with the radio show. I figured I'd give it a year because, quite frankly, the legendary story goes, I didn't want to do the radio show at all. I didn't. I was on a somebody else's radio show on that particular platform, and when that show was about to get canceled, the station manager, encouraged me to do my own show. I was like, oh, I don't want to do my own show. I don't want to. No, absolutely not. It's one thing to be in the passenger seat, but I don't want to be in the driver's seat. The problem was that I had a book. My very first book was about to come out, and I was relying on the show that I was co-hosting to be around to use that as a platform to promote my book.
Mm, okay.
The station manager was like, "We're canceling that show. The numbers are not that good." And plus, I guess there was personal issues with him and the show's host. He was like, "If you get your own show,
Something that happens all the time. Oh, well. Ding, ding,
yeah."
ding. Okay.
But he said, "Yeah, if you do your own show, you'll have your own platform." I was like, "Yeah, but I don't want to do my own show." But I knew that putting out my very first book, I needed to have a consistent platform.
Hmm.
So um, I said I'll give it a year. By then, I would have exhausted all necessary avenues and made different connections for my novel, and we'll kill it. But that
It
was
didn't die. It didn't die. It was too much
it was
motivation happening every
yeah, too many
show.
things happened, and I was able to meet some. I've always said, G. People ask me what was the thing you liked most about having the Kerry's Corner radio show. Sharing with my guests, learning from them, learning their stories, learning their journeys. I mean, you can relate, brother. You meet people, whether it be your favorite celebrities or the person off the street. Equally, you get so much from them,
Yes.
and that's what kept me going. I wanted to be able to provide a platform for the plethora of guests that I was blessed to have on the show, and I wanted to keep interacting with people and learning and networking and much like I'm going to put you on blast when you
Uh-oh.
released your single,
Uh-huh.
you released which brother, I was shocked. I've told you this before. You told me you were releasing a single. I'm like, all right, well, I gotta play it because he's my boy. But I don't know. And that song was so hot. You
Well, I
were able to
appreciate
use,
it.
you were able to use your platform though to push the project forward.
Yes.
And so, I mean, the radio show opened a lot of doors that I had absolutely no idea that it would open. Nobody would tell me no,
Right.
when it came to going to events. You know what I mean? There was always VIP status. There was always, skipping the line and all that other stuff. But more importantly, like I said, it was about meeting people and building relationships with people and maintaining relationships with people. So, and some great friendships even came out of having the radio show, like this guy. Where are you? That guy? Wherever you're at. Up there. So, if it wasn't for the radio show, I'd have never met you, and you were one of the clear blessings of my life.
Well, I appreciate that. And, I try to be that because, we both do these, have our platforms, but it's like can't do it by yourself. So whenever you get the opportunity to share a space with somebody else who's doing the same thing that you're doing, it's like it's dope to see how someone else does it, how they attack it and stuff like that.
Right.
So you did it in a great way. It was
Thank
always
you.
fun, you know what I mean? Had a unique way of getting the story out. And I watched
Me.
several of your other interviews and stuff like that. You kept it interesting. You keep it interesting. So I know you're gonna continue to do that on just what you do. You know, you also
Right. Right.
you're gonna be on it. We're gonna be on there with at the Soul at Sessions Cafe TV. We're like, what's going on?
Right. Right.
Are we excited? Are we excited?
Yeah. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of work. But again, I didn't come to New York City 28 years ago from Boston to just chill. Came here to work, you know. And I'm
Yeah,
blessed that I've been given an opportunity to have a 9 to 5 that I love,
right.
which is being a host. So, I don't take that for granted. Yeah, it's great. I'm looking forward to taping these new episodes at the end of this month, your birth month, April. More pizza, more guests. And again, like you just the opportunities to network are endless when you do this type of work.
It
And
is. And when is the launch? Do you have a launch date?
so yeah, we taped the first 4 episodes of season 2 in February. We're still actually in the editing process. Um, we're wrapping up the editing process, believe it or not. Now
Mm-hmm.
the show will air. I don't have a slot yet. The show will air every 2 weeks on RCN cable, Spectrum cable, and Time Warner cable in the borough of Manhattan, as
Come
well
on
as
now.
of course on our YouTube channel, and also of course Manhattan Neighborhood Network has a website where people globally can watch the show. So
Okay.
500,000 viewers in Manhattan alone via the cable access channel, and then of course the YouTube channels, the Sessions Cafe TV YouTube channel, the Intrigue Magazine YouTube channel because they are our media partner, and then of course the Manhattan Neighborhood Network website will offer our show even more viewers. So I would like to think that we'll start airing by the end of April because already it's been 2 months and it's a little bit too long for my taste.
Mm-hmm.
But we're tweaking stuff and making sure everything's right. No launch parties.
Yes.
Um, ah, we our tape sessions are parties. So
Okay.
you when you come down to the studio, we got pizza, we got selfies, and it's kind of a big deal. You know how me and you do it, man. We don't do nothing
Mm-hmm.
like
Let me
you
ask you,
know.
how did you come up with the name Sessions Cafe TV?
So one of my dearest friends, who used to be my manager, Dion McGill, young dude from LA. He was my manager a couple of years ago, like around 2020, 2019. And he was like, yo, you should do TV. I was like, nope, nope. Tried it, did it, not interested. He was like, no, not a TV version of your radio show, something totally different. I'd like to see you in a different platform. I'd like to see or on a different platform. I'd like you to, take on harder topics and do serious things. And I was like, yeah, but the radio show's a lot, And again, I go back to telling the story how back in 2020, we taped some episodes, got an award for our first episode actually.
Oh,
So
dope.
he came up with the name Sessions Cafe. It's basically kind of think of it as like it's an intimate moment. You have coffee, so you're in a cafe. It's kind of an intimate moment. Sessions,
Mm-hmm.
the sessions. Each episode is a session. You know what I mean? So Sessions Cafe is basically like intimate episodes, because that's the whole idea. We're not. I don't ever want to have my. I don't want to say ever, but I don't plan to have my show have a live audience. That will be the
Mm,
difference
okay.
between my show and other shows. It's just me and my guests or guests, and we're having intimate conversations one on one with each other on the couch, with the mugs. Um, but that's one of the things that makes my show different is that there wouldn't be a live audience. At least not.
Okay.
It's not my plan to have a live audience. Just Sessions Cafe.
Yeah, well, I like the name. The sessions. It's a good name because we all have good sessions. You feel me? It's like, and now we can do it at a cafe
Yes,
with
exactly,
Kerry Singleton. So
exactly.
I mean, so now that you ended the era of radio, you re-entering TV, and you've gotten a few of your shows recorded, and looking forward to launching in April. Into April, what else does Kerry Singleton Team Sub doing in this on his journey? On his journey,
So I'm a president of Intrigue magazine,
okay.
which you've been featured in, of course.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. We know I love how we
At
feature
least
each
one.
other. We feature each other. You know, we
Yeah,
support.
support each other, brother. We brothers. You know what I
Support.
mean? So one of the things that stopping the radio show gave me an opportunity to do was to put more of a focus into the magazine. I'm the face of the magazine, not the owner of the magazine. That would be Dwayne
Hmm.
Butler, of course, but I'm the president. He sticks me in front of everything. So I'm the person that does the interviews for our YouTube channel. I do a lot of traveling, interviewing different people in different cities. Um, Actually, at the end of this month, I'll be going to Baltimore to interview the owner of the National Great Blacks and Wax Museum in Baltimore, which is one of my favorite museums. A lot of people don't know that we as in African American people have a wax museum in Baltimore dedicated
Mm.
to our history, and it's pretty dope. It talks about everything. It has a whole slave ship that you walk on, and you see, our journey from the motherland, and even before,
Hmm.
we were kidnapped, um, all the way up until the Obama presidency. Clothing designers like Fubu. So all of our greats and all of our story uh, in wax at the Great Blacks and Wax Museum in Baltimore. So I'll be interviewing the president and owner um, of the museum, not for the first time either, but I'll be doing that for Intrigue magazine, working on a lot
Dope.
of different things to make the magazine grow. And then, of course, I'm an author, and I definitely want to put out another novel, and I'm really, really hoping that I'll have some time this year to put out my third novel, because that's if I'm to be honest, G, when people ask me, what are you most proud of the things that you've accomplished, I'm thankful for the radio show, and I'm obviously thankful for the TV show, and thankful that I've been given the opportunity to preside over a magazine. But at the end of the day, man, I'm most proud of my writing, my books. And
Hmm.
so I want to put out a third novel. I currently have
That
two
makes sense,
novels.
though.
Yeah, it's more personal. I have two novels out, as well as a poetry book and a spoken word album. But I want to put up that third novel, because I love being an author. I love being a black author. I love being a black male author, because
Hmm.
there aren't that many of us, really, relatively speaking. So I'm
Yeah.
hoping that 2024 will give me the opportunity to release my third novel. I'm really looking forward to that. Um, and collaborations. I'm also the program director for S Street Media.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Definitely. I mean,
So
I shout you out every Saturday, and it's like that didn't even cross my mind for this particular interview because I'm so focused on Sessions Cafe TV. But
right,
it's like you guys just got so much going on. Jeez.
yeah, yeah. So I mean, and I have a
How's
lot of
that?
work that I want to
How's
do
that
with.
been? Congratulations on that gig
Thank
as
you,
well. And
thank you.
how's that been going? Because it's definitely booming.
Yeah, well, I mean, I want to thank the owner of S Street Media, which is a media conglomerate, with a podcast as well as the radio station, Mathematics. Really good brother, really solid brother. And he asked me to come on board when I had my radio show, the Kerry's Corner radio show, was syndicated on his network. and he asked me to be the program director. I was like, well, damn, that seems like a lot, but I really love his energy. That brother is the definition of a grinder. You know,
Hmm.
he's always got things happening, events going around, you know, all across the city of New York, like 2 or 3 a month. I don't know how he sleeps at night, how he gets time to sleep. But he asked me to come in as program director, and one of the first things that I want to do was build the portfolio of the radio show by bringing on awesome shows like Soul of the Streets.
Hey,
Um,
come on now, come on, come on, come on.
and so yeah, bro, like I'm also hosting events for S Street Media when I can. It's hard because he has so many of them, you know.
Right,
So this is I stay busy, brother. It's great to be busy when busy includes doing the things that you love. And
that's a fact.
I won't say that there won't be another radio show. It just would have to be on a different it would have to be a different situation. If I ever went back to doing radio, it would have to be a different situation. Like maybe if it was on an established network, like maybe iHeart or something like that, I wouldn't say no to that. But
Right,
right
right.
now, I'm happy with a TV show, with S Street Media, with Intrigue Magazine, and with hopefully, being able to put out another book and just having fun, man. Like I just turned 52. Life is super short, and you know,
Yeah.
I I just enjoy the journey.
So let
Just
me ask
enjoying.
you, as far as the guests on your show, will you be selecting all the guests, or will there be a way for guests to reach out to you if they want to get on your show? Like, or how will you be going about getting your guests?
So both, just like initially with the radio show, and I know you can relate to this, boss. I had to look for guests.
Hmm.
After the first year, I didn't have to look for guests anymore. Guests came looking for me. With the TV show, initially I had like a after being on the air for 10 years, Lord knows I had a plethora of people to choose from. You know, I mean, how many? First of all, how many people are gonna say no? They don't want to be on TV. You know what I mean? Um, so I've had a huge pool of great talent to choose from. Um, Unfortunately, a lot of times we got to turn people away. Not permanently. We just have to tell them that we have to book them for
Circle
another
back.
date.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have to book them for another date. But yeah, people can go to Sessions Cafe TV show, Sessions Cafe TV, I'm sorry, at gmail.com. Or of course, we're on Instagram, Sessions Cafe TV show on Instagram. And you can, reach out to me, pitch your story. I just say this though, I get it. A lot of people reach out to me who are recording artists because of the history of the radio show. It's not about it's not about your music. We're talking about your journey. I think that's the most important thing people need to understand. You don't need to be a celebrity. In fact, I would prefer you not be. You know, if you are, just understand that I'm not going to do a whole lot of talking about your career. I'm going to do a whole lot of talking about your journey. That's the real meat and potatoes of Sessions Cafe. Is we want to um, bring the essence of your journey to to the show. You
And
know,
that's what's
like
missing. That's what's
yeah,
missing in the culture. Is like there's so much music and not enough of the artist's journey that we know of. So like, and sometimes the music doesn't reflect the journey because I'm sure
exactly,
you're just not killing everybody. And if
right,
you are, you know what I'm saying, there
right,
hasn't
right,
been a journey that got you that made you want to kill everybody. So we
right,
want to talk about this. We want to
right,
talk about the journey
right.
of yeah, that's dope because that's needed.
Yeah.
That's needed. Definitely needed on a lot of platforms. And being that you're gonna be on TV, and they, that's a good look. That's a good look. Yeah, I like that. I like that.
Like the ideal guest for the Kerry's Corner radio show probably would have been a Grammy award winning recording artist. The ideal guest for Sessions Cafe is probably a 21-year old who's living in the subway. Their story is going to be more impactful than that of, you know, insert name of rapper who just wants to talk about, bottles and other
Yeah,
bees. You know what I mean? Like I'm not interested in, and we see that, we get it. You know, that's not the those aren't the stories. Those aren't the real stories first and foremost. But those are not the stories that we're really focused on for Sessions Cafe. Again, I'm not saying that I don't interview recording artists, but just know that if a recording artist comes on Sessions Cafe TV show, you're going to learn about that person, not just that artist. So,
That's gonna
yeah,
be dope.
ordinary people with extraordinary stories. That's what we're looking for on the show.
That's dope. Well, I wish you nothing but the best on this new journey as you re-enter this journey once again. And I know it's
Yeah.
gonna go all the way up because you're a hard worker and you're gonna make it do what it do. So I appreciate your time. I appreciate you always sharing your platform with myself and guests that I've brought your way. And
Yes.
so I definitely appreciate that support because we can't do it by ourselves. So you know,
Absolutely.
and I'm looking forward to being on Sessions Cafe
Yes,
TV
sir.
and talking about my journey. Oh my
Yeah.
God, am I ready? Oh my God,
You're ready. You're ready. I
am I
know you're
ready?
ready. Yeah, put that mic right in his face.
Oh
It,
Lord, jeez.
it's fun, bro, and I definitely hope to get you on in the next block. The next block will probably be sometime in May, but it's a lot of fun, bro. Like I have to make it fun because life is too short to do anything but have fun. I don't have no kids. I am single. I'm enjoying my journey, and I'm married to my work. So it got to be fun, or else it ain't worth it for
That's a
me.
fact. That's a fact. So until next time, how can the people get in touch with you if they want to reach you one more again?
Yeah, so email me if you want to, talk about Sessions Cafe TV at sessionscafetv@gmail.com. Please, please, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, Sessions Cafe TV show. We have behind the scenes shenanigans because I'm always about the shenanigans. So we got behind the scenes stuff as well as the shows that will be airing on our YouTube channel. So subscribe, like, and click the notifications bell for Sessions Cafe TV show on YouTube, and of course, we're also on Instagram and Facebook as well. Sessions Cafe TV show. You can see it right on the hat. My mother bought me this hat. Shout out to my mom.
Shout out to Mama.
Yeah, yeah. So, and shout
So
out
maybe
to you.
maybe a launch. Maybe it'll be launching for Mother's Day.
Nah, it's too far.
Was
It's
that the
too
first
far.
Sunday? Is that the first or second Sunday in May?
We're wrapping up the first couple episodes. We'll definitely be out this month.
Okay, okay.
Mother's Day, we should have new episodes out by then. Good lord.
Not,
But
hey,
yeah, but shout out to everybody that checks in with Soul of the Streets. You are
yes.
doing your thing, brother.
Thank you so
I'm
much.
proud of you. I'm so proud of you. And again, happy 10.
Tim, can you believe it? You remember we only had four, three, 10.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
a
I want to
blessing.
ask
It's a
a whole
blessing.
bunch of questions, but this is your platform. But I just one. Just give me one. Just give me one. Give me
Of
one.
course, and give you two.
Okay. How does it feel for you to have been on the air doing what you love? Because this is it's quite possible you might love what you do more than I did when I was doing my radio show. Because you really dig in the trenches and you really get some dope artists. The brother Wayne from Detroit, man. You have some great people on your platform. 10 years. What has that been like for you, man?
It's been a ride because like you like I said, like we were saying, you meet artists not just in like one on one, but you meet them through their music and
Yeah,
stuff like that. And then when the music hits you, they send you. They can either send you a link or you just run across it and you like it blows you away or and then you reach out to them. And then when you find out that that they're just as dope as a person
right,
and they can talk and they have a story and they're
right,
excited about the music, it's like it just adds more fire to the to the grind and dealing with that particular person, that particular artist. So yeah, it keeps. I just I just love it. I love it because, like I was saying before, each each week when I do a show, like if the music is high energy, it uplifts me and it makes me excited to do. Sometimes I want to do it for 2 hours. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But so it's like, man, oh, I can't wait to hear this song again on this play on my playlist, and like, oh, how I'm gonna play it or what I'm gonna play. You know, like, cause some songs you just don't want to retire yet.
Right.
You know, so like, and I don't have to. So it's like I play what I like, and I like a lot of the music that's, that a lot of the artists are making, both hip hop and R&B. And hip hop is a little bit more current, and R&B is a little more classic, and a little trendy. But I don't know. But MC Lay, I just played one of her songs, her new joint, "Woman." That song is fire. So
Love
it's
me
a
somebody.
yeah. So she's bringing that classic energy to the solar streets. So I appreciate when artists like her and Killer Mike, make music that can speak to our generation and as well as the young generation, because a good bridge, and
Yeah.
not too many platforms is playing, sharing the space with the older artists and the younger artists. And there's a way to do it. You just gotta be into the music, and I'm credit myself as being into the music. So I hope that answers your question.
I have, and you said I could have two, so I got one more. Right.
Okay.
Um. Well, first of all, let me show off this hoodie. I don't want the people from the Bronx to think I'm leaving them out. It's all five here.
Oh,
It's
come
all
on now.
five.
BX is in the building. Let's get it.
All five. But I know, but you could only see like the first three, so I wanted to make sure that the BX knew that they was getting represented.
We appreciate you for that.
Um. Best, most impactful interview that you've done in the past decade. Most impactful. I won't ask you to say who your favorite, because that's, people ask me that question and that's something I can't answer. Most impactful person you've interviewed on Soul of the Streets over the last 10 years.
Most impactful person. Whose story has impacted? Hmm. I don't think I've had it
Oh,
yet.
no, I
Impactful?
mean, of the people that you have
Hmm.
interviewed, of the collective, of the 10 years, because you just interviewed Mickey Howard.
Yeah, interview. Yes, I
You
did. Yes, I
you
did.
interviewed a plethora of people and going to all kinds of events. So again, what was the most impactful of those individuals? See, this is what happens, folks, when you're a legacy show. When you have a legacy show like this, brother, it's a hard question to answer. Yeah,
Yeah, that's a hard one, but I'm gonna do my best to answer it. The hardest, the best, the most impactful.
yeah,
When you say impactful, you mean like whose story impacted me, or you think it
yes,
impacted the
you.
platform?
No, most impacted you. The one
Okay,
that resonated the most with you.
Glenn Jones.
And one of my favorite, shout out to Glenn Jones, one of my favorite R&B artists of all time. He was actually a guest on the Kerry's Corner radio show in the early years. That
Hmm.
brother makes great music and has
Yes,
a
he
great.
does.
What was that like for you, brother? Because Glenn's dope. Shout out to
Oh
Glenn.
my God, I mean, it was because I grew up listening to him and being inspired by his music, and met him a few times, and I know his manager, his lawyer, and stuff, and being able to connect on this level, and to bring those memories back to him, because he had no idea the
Right.
story that I was going to hit him with and how he impacted my journey. So
Exactly.
he's one of the people that helped me figure things out. Not him personally, but people that I was able to encounter because of him.
Right. Right.
Helped me align myself with the right people and learn the right things. And I always credit him. I always credit meeting him. If not credit him, I credit his presence in my journey,
Right.
because that's where it started from for me in Atlanta. So and then
Wow.
yeah, so in Atlanta, then I left there and came to New York, and I came to New York with a meeting with his manager.
Wow. Okay.
And that started everything for me.
Yeah, it's a dope. It's one of the dope things that I took away from the radio show in terms of the iconic artists, the Melba Moores, the Melissa Morgans, the Eddie Levert Seniors, Cool DJ Red Alert. Having those legacy artists on the show, what I got most from them was having the opportunity to let them know how much their careers meant to me, how much their music was a soundtrack to my teen years.
Yeah,
Talking to High Five and After Seven, and having them Jade, talking to them about how much their music impacted me, and so I kind of felt when I listened to your interview with Glenn Jones. I'm glad that that was the person that you named, because
yeah,
I could feel when I listened to that interview the connection that you had with not just him as a guest, but him as a musician.
yeah,
His
yeah,
his music was like the soundtrack to your journey, and these people have no idea what how their how their art is going to touch a person, and that's what I got from that interview with you and Glenn Jones. So yeah,
that's what's up. Yeah, and
yeah,
that's what I hope that other artists, the new artists coming up, get from these interviews is that you just never know, like at what stage in your career you could just be starting out now, and the move that you're making can really inspire other people to go after their dreams and their goals. So like every moment counts, every step counts, regardless if it's a big step or a little step, as long as it's a step that takes you further to wanting it more, to do it more, to stay creative. Like every step counts. So and
right,
and I try to appreciate it and take advantage of the steps that I take.
yeah. You do a great job, brother. Happy
Thank you.
birthday coming up. I know you gotta. I don't know if I want to say this on the air because I don't know what, but I know you got some big plans, and
Yes.
look forward to being a part of that as well.
Yes. Yes.
I salute you, brother. I salute you in everything that you do, and shout out to everybody who supports Soul of the Streets, everybody who's been a guest, and keep it moving, keep it moving, keep it going on, brother.
Thank you, man, for continuing to share platforms and open platforms for keeping it interesting so we can reach more people. So we
Thank you.
continue to just grow, and we don't
Thank
listen to nobody's no.
No, exactly. So I'll see you on the cafe soon, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's going down. So until next time, you be blessed. Continue to make the community proud, and we salute you, and we're rooting for you, and we're going to be supporting you definitely here on the Solar Streets and above.
Thank you.
Peace out, my brother. Thanks so much.
Thank, thank you, boss.